Hi, my name is Seamus, and today we are going to listen to what death sounds like. Death of a fruit, that is. Fruit is designed to be an act of seduction. They smell good, and they're delicious. But how does it work? In many cases, like with this pear here, insects such as bees will carry the pollen from the flowers of one tree to another so that the trees can fertilize. Fertilization produces the fruit, which are kind of like seed containers. And animals will smell this fruit and then eat them, and then they walk or they fly somewhere else, and then they poop them out. The seeds embedded in the fruit get shuttled maybe miles away. They fall on the ground, the tree reproduces, and this is just an elegant mechanism of reproduction and one of the many examples of plant-animal symbiosis. I'm here in Hopland in Northern California. It's a gorgeous September day, and I'm here on a weekend artist retreat enjoying the sun, the conversations, the pond, the occasional rattlesnake, and the various growing fruit trees. We are here next to some fig trees and some pear trees. And what fascinates me is that transition point, that moment between life and death. Here the fruit is alive, and when I pick it, at this very moment, it dies. It's alive, it's dead. It's alive, it's dead. That is the transition point, that moment between life and death. What we're going to do this afternoon is capture that moment of death from several of these fruits. These are these bioelectric sensors that I've built, and they detect really small voltages of electricity. And I'm going to go ahead and insert them into the fruit itself of this fig tree. It's a little bit of a delicate operation. I don't want the needle sensors to fall out. Hang the board itself here, and we'll be data logging this fruit while it's alive and getting a sense of its bioelectric signal. And then I'm going to do that for a little while and then pluck it like this and capture that moment of death. And I will be collecting data from both fig trees and pear trees. I'll probably do about 5 fruits per tree, so we'll get about 10 different data samples. And so this is the pear here. It's ripe and juicy. And so those sensors are just resting in the pear tree.
We are picking ripe figs, and there is nothing more glorious than taking a fig off of a tree. And one of the reasons is because these guys don't ripen off the tree. They only ripen on the tree. So the way you can tell when you want to pick them, when they're perfectly ripe, is these little cracks, these little imperfections. That is telling you that they are ready to go. After you teach us about life, death, fertilization, desire, pollination, and what it all sounds like here in the fruit world, we're going to make a delicious pear and fig galette out of these.
Everyone else is asleep right now, and I'm checking out the data that I got from the fruit trees earlier today. The data looks really interesting. A lot of them have this sort of spike, kind of a last gasp before they die, or in other cases, a dip, sort of a scream for help. I could be anthropomorphizing the data just a little bit, but there's definitely some sort of activity that happens in just about every case right when I pluck the fruit from the tree. And that's what I want to explore today in the music. For the fruit death soundscape, I'm thinking about using plucked instruments because I'm plucking the fruit from the tree. It's a poetic way to express that data. These could be various digital guitars for the generative music. I want to hear the actual notes, but not make them too distinct, so a little bit more blended, but not make them murky either. I'm going to take the data from each fruit and map the higher sensor readings to higher notes and the lower sensor readings to lower notes, and maybe having each instrument be about 3 octaves in length. I'm going to play the data at different rates, creating a syncopated musical flow and make them unpredictable. I think this will be kind of exciting to listen to, and I'm hoping that I'll have a rough version for the galette serving tomorrow night.
Little rustic, open-faced pie that we heard come off the tree today.
Yeah, here you have it.
Here you have it.